Hi, if you don't know me yet, my name is Dusty. I'm just doing this for a vlog, I don't expect nobody to watch it, but I want to remember the things that I'm going through, the things that have changed for me. I just recently had to leave my husband because just of a bunch of stuff. I moved where most of my family is in Anderson, where my mother is. You know, I come from being a drug addict to getting ran over by a truck, almost died, went back to school because it was like awakening. It's like I had to get ran over to realize all the regrets that I had in my life. So, yeah, I went back to school and got my CNA license, did that, and then I was just like, after about 3 months of doing that, I realized that, me being the age that I am and, all the health problems that I have and how my body is now from getting hit, I knew my body wasn't going to hold up to many years of being a CNA because let me tell you, CNAs work their butts off, and hats off to them girls, because without CNAs, nobody could run a hospital, a nursing home. Nurses could not do their jobs, so without CNAs, they're nobody. Point blank, I had that experience. So I went back and got my phlebotomy license. I really am proud of myself for that because I never thought I would be smart enough to do that because of everything I've done in my life. I went from ground zero, being a drug addict, being homeless, to, me and my husband ended up having our own place. It was paid for. Things was good for a little while. But for some reason, he was just very controlling of me. Like, I had to take pictures and prove where I was at certain times. And, I was just working on school. I was at my clinicals. I told him I'm at my clinicals. Why should I have to prove to you where I am? You don't trust me. And I never give him a reason not to trust me. It was just embedded in his soul, I guess, and he did lose his sister, lose his brother. He had nobody but me, so I do feel a lot of guilt because of that. And I'm trying to be strong about it. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry. But I have to pray for him every day because I know right now he has went back to drugs, heroin from what I hear, and I literally pray every day that he that God just walks by him because I know he needs the help. It's steady. It's hard. It's so hard, hearing stuff like that because people are constantly calling me, telling me what they hear, stuff like that. It's not that I want to know that he's okay. I want to know that he's okay. I want to hear good things when people call, but it's not good things when people call. It's things that, he's less than a week. We've been broken up right now less than a week, okay? So all of a sudden, he's with another girl, blah, blah. From what I hear, she has hep C, so that's not a good thing. And, he's going around telling everybody he's going to shoot me. He doesn't have a gun. I'm not worried about that at all. And I don't think in his heart, I really don't think he could. Not being sober, he couldn't. Maybe being on drugs and, like that, he could. But, we went through 10 years of battling addiction together. And I guess my wake-up call was getting ran over, and I had so many regrets, and it was just like a turnaround for my life. And I was trying to bring him along with me, everything that I was wanting to do, and help him get a job, stuff like that. I didn't leave. I knew I couldn't leave and not feel guilty with him not having a job. So I made sure before I left, because I knew he wasn't going to change. I made sure that I started saving my money because I didn't want to have to come up here around my mama and my family and have to live off of them. That was one thing that I was not going to do. That's why I knew it was different this time because I worked really hard to get that money saved up, in order to get a place. But I never thought in a million years when I got here that everything was going to go like it did because I had literally, it was on my last day of clinicals, the day that I left my husband, and I just came straight here. And then I put in to register, take my CPT test for the NHA that Monday, passed that. So it's like everything's moving so fast. I'm so scared of what I'm not scared to struggle, but I'm scared of what my struggles are going to be, if that makes any sense. And hearing all these things coming from where I used to live at about what's going on with him is making me nervous because I only want the best for him. I don't wish nothing. It's nothing hate involved. It's nothing like that. But I could tell that I made him miserable. You know, sometimes whenever you see that, you know, okay, he was jealous for no reason. I gave him no reason to be jealous. I've never cheated on him or anything. Whenever you see you're doing people like that, I feel like, you know, I saw that I was making him constantly question himself. He's always thinking that I was going to cheat on him, like he wasn't good enough, you know. I feel like that I had to leave him to save him in a way, because I feel like I made him miserable in his mind, and he was always battling like that. And yeah, of course, now and not only that, there's a big age gap. There's 12 years between us, and I feel like, you know, he wants kids. We do have a daughter together, but between our drug addiction, when we were, you know, back in the day, we ended up losing my daughter and everything. And, you know, I also had 2 other sons that happened to. And I feel like, you know, if he can straighten himself up, then he can have a family. I have my tubes tied. I can't have no more kids. I feel like that if he finds a good girl, you know, I don't want to take the house or anything like that or make him sell it or nothing. I really want him to keep it, you know, because I know how he is, and I feel like it's just better for him to keep it that way. I know he's always got a place to live and a place to lay his head. I can start over. I've done it plenty of times. That's just the drive that I have in me. He doesn't have no goals unless I'm with him. You know, it's like he doesn't care about life. So that's something he's got to work on with himself. But I'm just hoping that he'll get straightened out and have him the family that he wanted to have, and have kids that could stay around him. That's really what I want, and that's what I pray to God, that he straightens up so he could find a good girl to have kids with and have a family and be happy with. You know, he wasn't going to have that with me. I made him miserable. He was always worried about what I was doing when I wasn't doing nothing but working on my future. And it was supposed to be our future, but he didn't make it like that. He just wouldn't change. It was like the better I was getting, the worse he was getting. I think he felt like, you know, I was gonna, and it doesn't look good, but I felt like he thought I was gonna do everything I needed to do and leave him behind. But that's not how it was originally supposed to be. I wanted him to grow with me, but he didn't grow with me. You know, it was like all against me. And then he moved. I come home from my clinicals one day, and his mama's in my house. You know, me and her we tolerate each other, but we don't like each other. She don't like me, and I don't like her, because of the fact she always makes excuses for him for everything he does. She doesn't make him take responsibility for anything, and that was with the age difference with him being 12 years younger. That was a big problem. Like, I need you to help me, you know, raise your son, pretty much. We was together since he was 16 years old. I did all this work, and obviously I didn't do a good job because I was not supposed to be his mama, you know. And I ended up doing the same things he did, and it was just too much. But I'm just vlogging this because I want to just be able to look back and see how far I've came, because I don't plan on stopping. You know, I want to work on my body, you know, like I want to start going to the gym, start feeling better about myself. I'm not worried about like how he's already with another girl and it's been less than a week. No, Dusty's not going to do that. I'm going to take all this time to work on myself, because I know what I'm going to tolerate and I know what I'm not going to tolerate. And at this point, I don't feel like I want to be with anybody, because nobody's going to be able to fill that spot. You know, I was married. That was my husband. I married him for a reason, because I loved him. And that love's not going to disappear in a week. And I can't sit here and get with somebody or start talking to somebody and say that, oh, me and my husband's getting divorced, blah, 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 and I'm over it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. 10 years, you can't erase 10 years out of your head like that. And there's still going to be problems going on. I'm still going to have to hear about him from everybody. So, yeah. But I just want to tell my future self, I'm proud of you. I want to tell my past self, I knew you could do it. But I'm hoping in the future, when I look back at this video, that I'm going to look different. I hope I'm going to look different. I just woke up not too long ago anyway. I haven't even done nothing with my hair. But I hope everything's going to be different. And I hope I'll be able to look back and, you know, other than me standing at my mom's house, I'm going to be standing at my own house. That's already in the works anyway. So I'm going to be standing at my own place in about 2 weeks by the lake. So, you know, I didn't expect that. God opened that door. You know, everything, since I've been up here, it has been not even a week, y'all. And everything is like, doors are open. And I did not expect that. I thought I was going to be staying with my mama for like 6-7 months, you know, because everything is so high up here. It's like, I want to say, for anything safe to live at, it's about $1,000 a month. And there's no way on a CNA pay or a phlebotomy job pay that I'm going to be able to afford that by myself. It's not going to happen. But something finally came through within my stepdad's family. You know, I'm still going to have to pay rent just because it's family. You know, I'm going to have to pay the rent and, you know, the insurance for the place. So, you know, in case anything happens to it, you know. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because even though my mom wants me to stay here and all that, I feel like, you know, I'm going to need that quiet time for me to, in order for me to get through this stuff that I'm going through. Because, you know, I still got to file for my separation. I still, you know, all of that. I still got so much to do and I need to get it done. And plus I have a soap business. I'm trying to start my soap business. You know, it's not off the ground yet. I have so much soap ready and my mama does crafts and stuff, so I'm hoping we can do something with that because I really love to make soap. It's like a creative thing that I love to do. I could do it all day. I could do it literally all day. But if y'all do follow me, watch this, you know, follow what I'm going to do with my everyday life. I will be posting things of, you know, when I start working, day in the life of a phlebotomist, day in the life of a, you know, I haven't decided whether I'm going to do the CNA and the phlebotomist thing at the same time. I know definitely if I'm going to be a CNA,